Hi, Cancer. This is Tara, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot Astrology Forecast. And I'm really excited this month to be talking to you. After a long summer, then we're starting to enter fall, and it feels like anew. And for me this month, for you guys, it's feeling like I'm calling this psychic because it does feel anew. It does feel like after the beginning of a year, when you're setting resolutions, you're setting intentions. This is after the summer, maybe after you've been on vacation or the kids have gone back to school, and you're saying, okay, now what? So, the new moon is on the 13th of the month. I encourage you to set intentions for this month and for the rest of the year, and also to pay attention to your psychic intuition. How do you receive messages? I know you're a water sign, so I know you're very intuitive. Everybody is, right? But how do you receive your messages? And I encourage you to put that in the comment box below. I'd love to know, are you clairvoyant? Do you see with the third eye? Do you hear? Do you feel? A lot of us are empathic, and we feel if we're in a room where it's like something it feels out of sorts or different and it's not great, or you're around someone and you just get this odd feeling or unusual feeling. On the other hand, it can feel like if you're looking for an apartment or you're buying a house and you walk into one that you're selecting, pay attention to that body. It is like a barometer in telling you messages. So pay attention to that. It's very important in this 2 millennium to understand it's a sensitive number. 2 is a sensitive number. 2 millennium. It's like a swan. It's a beautiful, not animal, but duck, but it's beautiful. And it sits on the lake, and it feels not sensitive, emotional, but sensitive is intuitive. It could be emotional, but it feels like sensitive, intuitive. So pay attention to your psychic intuitive messages, your hits. Okay. So, and I'm using this beautiful tarot deck. This is John Holland. Again, it's beautiful artwork. And tarot cards really are to help stimulate our intuition. So there you go. And I'm pulling 4 cards for you this month. And the first one, before I even started this particular reading, I was holding the cards, and this one fell out. So the first one, and it feels very prominent. It feels like it wanted to be first. And, everything, we're all made of energy. Cards, tables, chairs, whatever, we're all made of energy. So allow yourself to coexist with the energy. And if it feels good, then do that. If it doesn't, then don't. Just disentangle. But this really felt good for being your first card. And then I'm choosing 3 other cards for you. And this has been a lively deck this month. Okay, so 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so there we go. And the first card of this 4-card spread, Cancer, for your psychic, that's what I'm calling it, teen forecast, is the Destiny card. And this is a pretty awesome card. In traditional tarot, this is the same as the Wheel of Fortune. So this one wanted to be first for you for this month. And it's exciting. I'm elated that the Destiny card is coming first for you. It's the number 10. And the number 10, the 1, I'm a numerologist, as you know, is the number 1 is I can do it. And the 0 is inner gifts and abilities. The 2 together are very magical. So when I look at this card, I read them straight on, and I also read them, or I look at them quickly, and whatever catches my eye, whatever part, it could be over here or whatever, but whatever part catches my eye is what I intuitively go into. So this time for you, Cancer, it is the yellow under here and the head. And I look at this, and it looks kind of like a bat. So it looks like, which feels good for me, for you. It feels strong. You are hanging in there. You are completing your Wheel of Fortune. Your wishes are becoming more and more fulfilled, because you know what? You're starting to be more creative. That's something that a lot of you haven't been doing, and I feel like that's what you're going to start doing. And the month of December just came up, so here we are. I'm doing this at the end of this, but it feels like December is the start of this whole new cycle for you. This is a new cycle for you. I'm getting the chill bumps up and down the body. Very, very, very exciting. And if Cancer is your sun sign or your moon sign or your rising sign, it's beneficial. And if you know your moon sign, if you're Cancer sun, look at your moon and your rising sign videos as well. But this feels like a magical place for the destiny card to be in first place. It's like I don't know about the other cards, but I'm here first. Kind of bossy, isn't it? So I really feel like you guys are strong and you're hanging in there and you're completing your wishes fulfilled. And the other thing I see is the kind of the decor in there. See how they're symbolic, the pink? That feels to me like you're reaching into your inner reserves. Deep breath for what you haven't done in a long time. It feels like reach into those inner reserves. You're not going to find happiness by reaching outwardly. It's going inside. Creating. New moon is on, remember, I believe on the 13th. Create those intentions. It's a fantastic time. The new moon is to write your intentions, to feel them, see them. You can do that. You're intuitive. And to get those into place. There's some of you that are really going to have some, I'm feeling like you're going to be acknowledged, but I'm feeling like too that you're going to acknowledge yourself. Job well done. High five. All right. Finally. I'm hearing those different words. All right. Finally. Been stuck in a rut. Well, you're getting out of that and your wishes are being fulfilled. Now, your second card of this month, I have to laugh because I'm like, okay, we're talking about that. And now the next card is a mental card. And the mental cards have to do with our thoughts, our ideas, and our thoughts, whether they're fear-based or whether they're positive. Our communication, what we're thinking about to communicate. This is the number 9 of the mental cards. Okay, so this has to do with completion. This has to do with, 9 has to do in numerology with completion, unconditional love, mastering. And as you can see, she's looking out and she's wondering, how am I going to get to the next destination? The next pivotal point that's ripe for you. And I'm seeing fruit as it ripens. This does not feel negative. It means that it feels like maybe, I read these straight on and then intuitively. Maybe you have mentally been suffering in silence, but there's no reason to. Let those thoughts go and be positive, because look what is around this particular hill here. Be positive, because there's light at the end of this journey. There's light coming up for you, and at the sun actually. So don't suffer in silence. Okay? There are things that are there for you to look forward to, and I'm excited for you because this was the first card, is the Wheel of Fortune. This is just letting go of residual. Okay? Just let go of that residual. All right. That's for the day. Okay. The next card, interestingly enough, is an emotion card. You've got a mental now. This is an emotion, and it's the number 7. Choose wisely. Our emotion cards have to do with, just like what it says, how we feel emotionally, emotions of the heart, coming from the heart space, where we feel good. Again, here we go into the empathic, the feeling. And it's about feeling like, okay, emotionally, I want to choose wisely. So I'm going to take a look at this card. It is the number 7. And 7 is about analyzing in numerology. It's about analyzing, researching before you make a final decision. Okay, interestingly enough, when I look at this card, every time it's something different, it's the second to last arm and hand, and the hand is like this, right? So the hand is like going straight up. And if you notice, of course, you're a water sign and this has water in it, but it's pointing towards a large bird. And the bird, to me, feels very indicative of, the bird is coming up. It almost feels like it's come out of a trench and it's coming up now. And it feels more powerful, but still vulnerable, is how I'm seeing it. So in your choices, it's like choose wisely, but don't be wibbly wobbly about it. There's some creative things coming up for you. There's some ideas coming up for you, which is just awesome because it's time in this 2 millennium to open up to your creativity. And so don't wibble wobble around. Whatever wibble wobble, have you heard of that? But it just means don't seesaw about it. Choose wisely, make your decision, and go for it, because you're going to see some really cool things come up that you're excited about, and that maybe you haven't been this enthusiastic in a while. So it's about letting your intuition work, and you even want to write down some of your ideas. Empathically go into them, emotionally check into it, your barometer, and see if it works for you. The other part that gets attention is the blue, blue, blue water. It's very, very blue, very blue. There's also a spiritual aspect to this. There's also very much a spiritual aspect that says if you will choose wisely emotionally, you are building your spiritual foundation. This is, as I've many times, a 2 millennium, which means cooperation, peace, balance, harmony. And so things are moving quickly in a way because our bodies are changing. The human race, the spiritual evolution is on. I mean, it's on. So, to be creative, to choose wisely is going to build your spiritual foundation. And I feel like that's why I'm seeing the water, the blue, and I want to say blue, blue, purple. It's almost third eye, crown chakra messages that you get from the spiritual world. So that feels to me like any choices you make feel good emotionally, and you're building your spiritual foundation. Interesting. Okay, and the last card, Cancer, of this 4-card spread is a physical card. Okay, so you've had mental, emotion, and physical. And this is a pretty awesome card. And I love that you're ending the month with this card. This is number 4. In numerology, 4 has to do with structure. It has to do with organization. And it has to do with earth. Interesting. Okay. So the feeling is to stay grounded, water sign. And, I tell people, it's interesting. We could live up here a lot in our intuition, but we are here on earth. So to keep your feet on the ground and let those intuitive juices flow. And I just want to say that in the very least of harsh ways, because I feel like actually you guys need to let your creative juices flow. Maybe you've been on the ground too much, or maybe a balance of both. But this is a physical card, and the physical card bordered by the red have to do with finances, money, earthly possessions. So that's a pretty awesome card to end your spread on. Look what's in front of him. It almost feels like a magical mountain. So in letting those creative juices flow, I feel like you guys are creating your magical mountain. And on his back is the triangle, which when I'm reading people, I do a lot of chakra scanning. Chakras are very important. There are chi. If they're balanced, then we feel balanced. If we're grounded, if we feel our inner power, feel our intuition, our throat chakra, all of them. There's 7 major ones. If you balance yourself, you will feel, and your chakras, you will feel like there is a firm foundation to stand on. When you build a house, you don't put the roof on first. You pour the foundation, then the uprights, and then you put the roof on. So there is a method to this madness. There is a method, there is a way to come about your fulfillment of wishes, which demands it be in first place and ends with firm foundation. So whatever your fulfillment of wishes are, I just love that this is in the final card. And the triangle on his back, whenever, I was saying that a minute ago, whenever I'm reading people energetically and I see that triangle, that feels like old soul knowledge. So everything you want to know is inside of you. Everything you need to know, everything that you can create with is already inside of you. Take a deep breath, do some meditation so that you can access your inner guidance. Because remember, don't leave it up to anyone else. It's about you, and it's about you espousing what you want in a very real way. And so that's exciting for you guys. I feel like there's some rewards coming out of this. Financially, yay. So this actually was a pretty good spread. You had the Wheel of Fortune. You had, don't let the residual suffering and silence drop. Just let it go. Choose wisely, and your foundation is going to firm up. Yay, oh yay, Cancer. I'm very excited for you. You guys rock. And if you would like a reading, if you want some of those questions answered that you have, you can see down below. My website is themagicalmatrix.com, and you can go on and order a reading and select what day and time you want that I have available. You pay out there. Also subscribe. And, I hope you have a magical month, and be positive, be creative, be loving, and you will succeed. Thank you so much, Cancer. Talk to you in October.